Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I am here at my Thompson River placer claim. We're here today to do a bit of prospecting and seeing if we can find some of that shiny gold. Right now, I see claim jumpers. The Gridlessness crew is down there high banking already. We also have Pioneer Pauly here, who was planning to jump in the water today and do some underwater sniping of the Thompson River, but unfortunately situations out of our control might prevent that. He might still hop in just for the fun of it. But we're gonna be high banking today. We're gonna get some cons to test out the gold drop concentrator, and we're just here to have some fun. So wish us luck, and I hope you enjoy. Every time I'm here on this claim, I get someone asking me what those structures are on the far side. Those are like snow sheds for the train tracks that run over there. They're kind of like snow/gravel sheds because there's gravel falling off the hillside constantly, and to prevent it from landing on the tracks, they have these tunnel type structures to keep the gravel funneled over the tracks so it doesn't land on the tracks. Plus, there's a tunnel there. Train goes through the mountain. I gotta go talk with the Gridlessness people. They're pretty darn close to my claim boundary. I don't want them going up onto the neighbor's claim. Gotta respect the claim neighbors, so I'm gonna go down there and chat with them. Bryson and Andy are doing the hard work for me today. It's awesome. And yes, I think they're a bit far to the right now, so I'm gonna have to ask them to move over. And I will apologize to the claim owner if I can find out who this one is. How you doing this morning?
Doing fabulous.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I do have to ask you guys to make sure you keep your operation sort of from this line here over. Okay. The claim actually runs from that rock up on the hill, way up there, to the center of this boulder.
Oh, okay.
So we're actually up here on our neighbor's claim right now. I will let him know what we did and apologize for that, no problem. But if it's the same claim owner, he's good about it. He's fine with it. I have to check into that. But we're gonna work over here to make sure we're, well and truly onto the claim.
Okay.
Well, looks like it's time for me to set up the high banker and get the grunts working. Right, Grunt?
Yes. Sick.
Love this. 5 minutes later and we're set up. This is so easy. Well, almost set up. And he's got a little bit to do down there for the pump, but we're almost set up. We're gonna dig this pile right here today. This is where we actually tossed our coarse tailings one year, so we didn't actually tackle this area. So we're gonna tackle it and see if possibly there was some good gold where we tossed our tailings. So last year at this time, I took the kayak across to work the far side over there. And when I got about halfway across, I looked down and I saw right underneath me bedrock out in the middle of the water. And it was nice, flat, lots of cracks. I even made a comment that, hey, Pauly should come and snipe this. So Pauly was here today with his scuba gear and everything, planning to go over there and snipe it. But unfortunately, some circumstances are going to prevent him from scuba diving today. He might still, go over there with the mask and look at the bottom and see what it looks like and see for the future. But I don't think he's going to be able to actually go and do what we planned today for him. A beautiful day out, but it's still winter. That water is cold. So our purpose today, other than getting a good idea of the economical, significant materials on this claim, is to get a bucket of cons from the Thompson River. Concentrates from the Thompson River are extremely difficult to clean. The gold is extremely flat. The heavies are very, very heavy. They don't like to separate from each other. And the reason I want very, very difficult cons is because John from Sluice Goose, the makers of the gold drop machine, has sent me a gold drop machine to test and review. And I want to review it with the most difficult material I can find. So the Thompson River cons, unbelievably hard to separate. Let's see how well it does with those. Now, to get those cons, we got to run for a day and collect our high banker cons and, store them up, to take them home and test that machine. That's the plan. My high banker uses two types of matting. I have the gold owl mats at the top for the top 3 feet. I have dream mats at the bottom for the bottom 3 feet. I do have it so I can reverse the two if I want to. but this setup works nicely for me. I find I catch like 99% of my gold with this setup, no problem. We're using the big high banker because we have lots of people going to be shoveling into it. So we need to be able to take volume quickly and easily. But my slaves have gone away. Pete's decided to pan. Andy's exploring. Bryson is being Bryson. I don't know where he is. I gotta go find my workers. Here we are, we're gonna get going. We have a tailings pond, so the water is not getting back to the river. Here in BC, you're not allowed to discharge into the river with your dirty, dirty water. They don't want the silt from us mining getting in the way of fishing habitats. We have our setback from the river, a legal amount, at least 3 meters away from the river, at least a meter in elevation. We're all legal to be working here nicely. And the Gridlessness crew has moved up onto my claim, so they're not digging on the neighbor's claim. The neighbor actually flagged off a few spots on the edge. We're going right up to one of his flags, but we're making sure we're staying on my side. I'm not sure what's wrong with my pump today. It's surging funny. Luckily, my dad is a Honda mechanic, so next time I see him, I'm gonna have to have him look at my pump. It's not running smooth like it should. You guys have got down in some good looking material here. Moved off all the rocks on top. Now they're just digging through the material, pumping it through the high banker. High banker looks to be running well. The hired labor looks to be running well. The pump just died. Damn. I filled it up with new gas before I came on this trip. I hope there wasn't a little bit of water or something in the tank. It's running smoother right now. Let's hope it stays that way. Setting up the high banker on sand like this, it sunk in and went out of level. Had to fix it for a little bit. You guys are well worth the money. Don't touch me. Ooh, ooh, I see gold everywhere.
Everywhere in the black sand. It's not heavy. Can't.
This stuff is the hardest material to separate. But you got gold. How long did you have your slave labor running before we got here?
Oh man, well you guys ran a night shift, right? I told you.
There we go, we got gold.
There is.
All the way through the black sand.
Yeah.
Oh, he's running the one-man show.
Yeah. Gotta get this on camera.
It is that now. The more when you.
He's hungry.
There is one.
Gotta get this on camera. Pauly's feeding my high banker.
He's hungry.
These guys are awesome. They're making sure I'm not doing any shoveling today because for the last 2 days I've been working pretty hard, and last night I was feeling like I'd overdone it a little bit. They're being very nice to me, making sure that they do the hard work. This guy's great.
He never uses the help though.
They're awesome. All the mats seem to be running really nicely. I bring the owl up on top of the dream mat here, which makes a little bit of a jump. Means it clears out the dream mat right at the top, but it keeps water and material from going underneath the dream mat. I keep having to re-level the sluice. It keeps sinking into the sand. What's your thoughts on the big high banger, Jeff?
I like it. I mean, I think if it's twice as long, you should catch twice the gold.
Yeah, it depends on what you're putting through it, I think.
10% more gold? I don't know.
Now you notice that my dream mats are a lot more full than yours are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to do with the size of the pockets.
Yeah.
It's holding material easier, and it also has to do with the amount of material we're throwing through. We're putting material
and
through
there's
fast.
so much aggression.
We're
These
singing
two are
to
about
each
to
other.
fight, I think.
We're singing each other love songs.
Love songs.
Sweet nothings.
Found this really shiny kind of jagged rock.
It looks like galena, which is an lead silver ore, but galena would be heavy. The hole is getting nice and deep. They found another boulder down there that they're gonna have to move once they clear it off, but it moves. It's possible. They're trying Pete's testing the deeper material right now just to see if the deeper material still has the gold. His test of the high material had good gold. And if the low material doesn't have gold, we'll stop digging down and we'll start digging sideways. If the lower material does have gold, we'll just keep getting everything. So after the test pan, Pete says it's still pretty good gold, and yep, we still see, you know, half a dozen pieces of gold in every pan. Yep, we'll keep going deep too. Deep, shallow, in between, out sideways, down below, up top. Pete's next test pan, even going deeper, showing even more gold. There's probably about twice as much as what was in the last pan.
Yep, and nice pieces.
Nice, nice gold. And Bryson just fell in the hole. Oh no, he's going down for a rock. Thank you, Pete, for being our test panner. So our tailings pond is starting to fill up. It just went into our secondary tailings pond. So I've asked the Gridlessness people to move their intake into the pond itself, and we'll now start recirculating from the pond. Got to keep every operation we do here legal and within BC's mining rules.
Why are we shutting her down?
Our water is finally filled up our tailings pond, and it's starting to seep over the edge, so we shut her down, let the ground absorb the water a bit more, and we'll move our intakes into the tailings pond and just keep recirculating the same water now rather than pumping out of the river.
Hey,
enough to have
you're Dan's helper.
I'm helping Dan. He needs it right now.
I feel useless.
Okay, I'm not going to do an actual clean out of this. I just took the black sands and swirled them back once, and there's a lot of gold in there. That's nice looking stuff.
That's gorgeous.
Lots of it everywhere.
You got some black sand right there as well.
No kidding. I'm going to take this all home and process it through the gold drop concentrator, and then I'll make sure my workers here get their share of it.
Yay.
Since they're doing all the work today. Nice looking gold.
That's great.
Lots of it.
Look at all these finds, eh? It's like the stars in the sky.
Stars in the night, yeah.
The question is, Dan,
Yes.
I mean, that's cool to find it right in the top hopper, but like if you didn't have a mat there, presumably you'd still get it in your main...
Exactly. This stuff would probably get caught in the first set of mats in the sluice if I didn't have anything up in the hopper. I only have stuff in the hopper to stop surging. So when we throw shovelfuls in there, it doesn't go through all at once. It slows it down. But it also acts as another place to capture gold. Beach of gold all the way around. And this is the the hopper mat here.
So we just finished cleaning the top mat and we found gold in it, so now it's time to clean the bottom mat. So there's some gold right there, which I gotta watch back, and even have some garnets showing up. So we are looking good. Now, since there's so much black sand in this pan, it's extra difficult to shake the gold to the very bottom. So you gotta be very careful when doing this.
Pauly, what did you find in the bottom mats?
More than I thought we would find in the bottom mat.
You know, we're overpowering that machine by a lot. It's
Yeah.
too steep, it's too much water, but we're doing that because we want to be able to have 2 people digging full time.
Yeah, you want to run constantly.
Yeah,
right?
we're losing gold for sure, but the fact that we're putting so much material in it is making up for the gold we're losing.
No, exactly. I'm happy with that. That's actually really good. And on the island where I'm from, you don't see black sand like that, so I'm really not used to panning this all out.
And this is the most difficult black sand you can imagine to pan.
Yeah, that's for sure. But we're looking good, man.
Oh, here's Kezzy. Starting the pump. She's better at that than I am.
So here's the candy that we found in that lower mat. Now, since there is, again, so much black sand in here, it's really hard for me to really give you a close idea of how much gold is still lost in this black sand, but we found gold. That's a very good sign. Before the day ends, we're doing round 2.
So we've started round 2. Round 1 had a lot of gold. Let's hope round 2 is better because we're deeper. But it's getting cold. Here comes the snow again.
Taking thumbnails is hard. I gotta look.
It's about to start getting real cold here. If you can see in the hills behind me, we have a snowstorm blowing in, and you can feel the temperature dropping and dropping and dropping. It's not gonna stop us. We're just gonna be cold. We're just gonna whine about it, yes. Ow!
Good to know.
He's my hired cameraman.
And
you doing my job?
Too.
Are you doing your job?
He's my hired cameraman.
How much do you pay him?
A bottle of water once in a while.
It's about right, yeah.
Well, the pump ran out of gas, so we're having a good look to see if we got anything visible in the box. But typically when we run out of gas, there's too much material that's left in the mats to see anything good. So we'll do a clean out, but we'll get a bit more material than we normally would have. We want lots of cons today to test that gold drop, so this is good. This is good. So we dropped the rock on purpose because it was getting sort of, you know, to the point where it could start getting dangerous. So we dropped it and we sort of cleared that side before we dropped the rock. Now we can start digging this way. We are close to our 1.2A. We're close to the 1.2 meters deep. I probably wouldn't go any deeper than this. Regulations here in BC, 1.2 meters is as far down as we're allowed to dig. This is actually a tricky one to pull, because the first thing you have to do is have to unwedge the aluminum bits. So you grab one side, and you just, pull them all up. Then you can, as long as you don't tip it so much that too much falls out of it. So Pauly's just learning how my high banker works, and he's gonna do the clean out of the top mats and see what's in it. And his shadow is following him with a camera.
There's lots and lots of powder gold, or fly poop, whatever you want to call it, right up top.
So we're having a look at how the girls did this weekend, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, he's got some nice looking gold in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look at Christina.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that from last night.
I think so, yeah.
Yep. Where'd the gold go, Pauly?
Kept going down.
It's not me.
Okay, there we go. There's some gold.
There we go. Cool.
Thank you for cleaning up the mats, Pauly.
Anytime, brother.
Okay, this is not all the gold we got today. I just took the cons and tapped a little bit up to the edge, but this shows you a little snippet of what is in the concentrates here. I'm not going to do a complete clean out until another video where I get to actually test the gold drop concentrator, and I will use these cons for that test. And then we get to see everything we got for the day. But until then, here's just a little snippet, and you get to wonder. Well, again, we had a fabulous day, though it's getting cold. We had a fabulous day sluicing on the Thompson River. Great big help from all of my friends. They were awesome. Kept me from overdoing it today. We found, obviously, some really good gold, but you're not going to see the total clean out until the next video where I test the gold drop. I hope you enjoyed our adventure finding gold on the Thompson River. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I have hundreds of videos on YouTube with adventures in gold mining, prospecting, and treasure hunting. There's bound to be something out there that you're going to enjoy. So again, a big thanks to all my friends today for helping out, and a big thanks to my patrons for supporting my channel. If you'd like to learn how to support my channel, head off to www.patreon.com. I hope you're all having an amazing day out there. And until the next one, bye.